Hey guys, welcome to Wasteland Games. Thought I'd show you guys Volume 3 of the Blaster magazine. If you're not aware of this publication, it's basically like a full sort of gamer's guide and add-on to a lot of really great games, including Gaslands and just other like miniatures games. I actually have another issue, which unfortunately I don't have it with me at the time of this video, but or really right now. But this one I picked up because this I'm interested in actually doing a couple of games around sort of a post-apocalyptic kind of, I don't know, I guess it's sort of taking like old medieval miniatures or Napoleonic type miniatures and kind of coming up with a sort of a grungy kind of a game. And so I'm looking at two different rule sets. Basically there's Turnip 28, which I'll put some description down below in the comments. Sorry, I'll put it in the description down below of what that game is. And during my research of that game, I found the mention of Sludge, which is, I guess, like a very similar game. So I kind of I found that this book here actually has the full game, and it's actually done by a gentleman named Sean Sutter from Metal King Studio. And so if you're interested in a different type of wargaming scenario and using some miniatures that you may not normally have interest in, particularly like Napoleonic, which is from what I've found so far is has a massive sort of following in the sense that there's a lot of rules sets available for gaming, and there is lots in different sizes ranging from 6mm to probably more commonly 28mm figures. But anyways, going back to Sludge, it's basically a war game that is centered around for a company. Sorry, I've been working all day, so companies are still in my mind. Taking historical miniatures and kind of diving into the black powder sort of world. And look, even like the Warlord Games has black powder rules, which I actually just picked up a copy of. Sorry, I guess I need to sort of relax before I do these videos. Yeah, it's basically like there's black powder rules, and it's the age of like muskets and stuff like that. So if you're interested in sort of taking a look at a different type of game, and if you're interested in something where you don't really need to go really bananas in terms of high-end painting and stuff like that, Grunge or Turnip 28 may be a rule set for you, basically. You can kind of make them really kind of grungy, and it seems like the idea is that in the case of Turnip 28, the Napoleonic kind of war is never really finished. It's sort of like on the battlefield they're picking up like rusty guns and kind of just resalvaging weapons and stuff like that, and going into battle as if they did like thousands of years prior to that. So, but with Turnips, the Turnip 28 is more about, like eating those roots and kind of mutating, and I don't know. I'm still kind of learning about it myself. But with Sludge, with this literally arriving today, I thought I'd just start kind of exploring it right now. So I haven't read anything, to be completely honest, but I kind of wanted to show you what this issue of Blaster was all about. Should you be interested in actually creating an army of Sludge warriors for yourself? Maybe you have some miniatures that are from, that have axes, like are from like the Viking era as well, or have miniatures with muskets and stuff like that. So, and get really kind of creative with some of your conversions. I'm trying to figure out like how I want to actually build these armies. So this is something that I'm going to work on the channel, is making my own sort of army and taking a look at like some of the examples they have in here. So like a source, like this guy looks really cool as a sorcerer. So there's magic, I guess, in the Sludge game. I know there's snails. I think there's snails in either this game or the turnip game. So you have guys riding snails, and you know, as opposed to horses. But yeah, like they've got muskets and hand weapons for troopers. Cavalry guys have sabers. You know, it's you can make something like really kind of cool with this type of rule set, and I really like the idea of using artillery, like a vintage style artillery. I actually want to make sort of a side note from this, but I bought the black powder rules. I kind of want to get into like the U.S. like the American War of Independence or Civil War miniatures, and I actually am interested in making sort of like a pirate army as well. Like I know that there's skirmisher games that are more, have pirate miniatures, but I'm kind of thinking of like, what am I making a themed army of like pirate looking guys, with some artillery and, with like boat parts and, things like that, and cannons and stuff like that they've salvaged from a ship and just kind of gone ashore and just started, wreaking havoc. But something like this actually is appealing to me. I could make an army that could be universal. I could use it for like a Napoleonic war set, for a rule set, for example, and then still be able to play this kind of a game as well. Or I guess you could do that vice versa. But for me being sort of a person that likes to do converting and stuff like that, I would be one to order. Well, I would make my own sort of heads, but these are pretty cool. So you actually got companies that are already making like very specific items for Sludge itself. And actually this is from Sean's company, so you can get some pretty unique heads that will work with some of your existing models. So this actually has the full the rule set for Sludge in it. And then kind of going on to some of the other games that are in here, you got some additions for Shadowgrave, which is quite cool. And I'm on a squeaky table. That's not very good. This is my office table in my garage, because working remotely, I have to kind of sit in my garage right now. Anyway, so Mythos Bestiary for Shadowgrave. I'm not really familiar with Shadowgrave, but this looks really cool. I like the idea. And I guess that's the point for buying a book like this, is that it kind of gets you into or exposes you to other games that you may not actually look into. But Gaslands is in here. This helps me because, I kind of just do my own thing in terms of converting and stuff like that. But, there's stuff in here that is really, really cool. And I wouldn't mind trying to build something. I was actually thinking about doing a dinosaur, like a T-Rex. And it skimmed through here earlier. So this has got additional campaigns for Gaslands. And that looks like it's got some other modeling ideas in here in terms of rules. Cars look great. I'd like to have something of mine in one of these books at some point. I know there was a tank that I had done, and it was supposed to be published in some French book, but I've never seen it. So if anybody has actually seen that, maybe let me know, because I haven't seen it. Like this one's got like I wanted to do a T-Rex kind of thing like that. So it looks like Blaster number 4 is going to have some rules to do like a cyber T-Rex. So I'm actually going to start working on this right now, or eventually, but I was thinking about doing that just actually for fun. So pretty interesting that he's gone and done that. So this one actually, I kind of want to mention this one. So Ash Barker has the YouTube channel Guerrilla Miniatures, and he's actually apparently pretty close to where I am. So I'm gonna see if like there's a time that I can maybe do some, maybe we'll do a game or something like that. I think that would be kind of cool. Maybe I can convince him to shoot it and put it on this channel instead. But looks like Ash has done a game as well in here, which is fantastic. I am not 100% sure, and one day I'll ask Ash. I believe he used to be a manager at one of the Games Workshops. I could be completely wrong and confusing him with somebody else, but I think that is where I remember him from back in the day. But yeah, it's got a full sort of a rule set here. I recognize this is one of his boards, Ash's boards at his on his channel, and then we've got another game called Site X from Joey McGuire. Nice looking dog there, very well painted. Looks all right. Got a woman here with an axe or something, or what do you call it? A cleaver. Stay away from her. And then we got someone here with no pants on. And then this dude looks like, yeah, he's got some kind of a, oh, she's got like a meat grinder. Oh, that's kind of gross. Okay. Anyways, yeah, so Site X, and yeah, it's just like additional scenarios for a few key games. For me, I personally wanted to get this just for Sludge alone, and you know, it was kind of interesting timing because I was looking at the Turnip 28, which online you can get, I think you can get the rules for free, or he's got sort of like a Patreon kind of page where you can actually get it through there as well, and just sort of print it off, and then you can actually just build sort of your own armies. I think in both games you can kind of do whatever you want, which is really cool. So you know, it even says here like components. This game is an excuse to make historical fantasy armies and is designed to use 28mm miniatures. So yeah, I mean, you could take some of the stuff that you may already have, do some converting, or go after some cool models that you never, you know, you're always interested in, but never really had sort of an interest in playing that style of game. But you could take them and use it for something like this that you may, who knows, may enjoy a lot more and have some additional creativity. So that's just my sort of walkthrough of this Blaster magazine. You know, hopefully if I can learn these rules and actually start making some miniatures, which is what I like to do, you know, mostly. It's kind of funny that I've seen these guys here. So I wouldn't say these are like, looks like they're like some of the Indian army guys. I'm not sure. I actually have a Flames of War army that I converted from basically into Sikh German officers, and I did it about 10 years ago, and I still have it. So one day, and that's just for Flames of War, which is a completely side topic from this, but it's kind of interesting to see that there, because I like doing some converting, so if those models are actually pre-existing, which I think they already are, that's kind of cool, you know, to be able to do something like that. But yeah, that's Blaster Magazine. I thought I'd check it out. I can put a link in the description down below for purchasing it, like where I got it, stuff like that. And yeah, see if it might be of interest for you. So thanks a lot, and please like and subscribe if you're interested in just following a little bit more content from myself. And yeah, let me know what you think of this one, if you like, or even if the video in general. Let me know if there's anything that you want to see more of, and I'll be sure to work on it. Thanks a lot.